गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स। मैं आपका www.gkindiavideos.com में स्वागत करता हूं, जिसमें हम आप सभी को फ्री वीडियो लेक्चर्स प्रोवाइड करते हैं। ये वीडियो लेक्चर्स जनरल नॉलेज से रिलेटेड हैं और डिफरेंट सब्जेक्ट्स को कवर करना हमारा इस वेबसाइट का मुख्य उद्देश्य है। आज के इस वीडियो ट्यूटोरियल में हम फंडामेंटल राइट्स के बारे में बात करेंगे। ज़्यादा टाइम ना वेस्ट करते हुए लेट अस डिस्कस फंडामेंटल राइट्स। As we all know, fundamental rights are basic human rights which are essential for the development of human personality, dignity and normal life. फंडामेंटल राइट्स ये हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के पार्ट 3 में कवर किए गए हैं। ओरिजिनली देयर वर 7 ग्रुप्स ऑफ फंडामेंटल राइट्स, बट 1978 में राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी जो फंडामेंटल राइट था, राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी, उसे 44th कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट द्वारा रिमूव कर दिया गया था। सो नाउ देयर आर 6 groups of fundamental rights. The other most important thing about fundamental rights is that fundamental rights are not absolute and they are subjected to certain restrictions and they can be suspended during emergencies. We'll discuss 3 different types of emergencies in India later on in another chapter. Under Article 12, definition of state is given and which includes government, parliament, state legislature and all local authorities under the government. Then comes the Article 13. According to this article, the state is prohibited from making any law which can take away the fundamental rights given in part 3 of the Constitution. यानी फंडामेंटल राइट्स को एक प्रोटेक्शन प्रोवाइड की गई है आर्टिकल 13 के द्वारा, जो कि प्रोहिबिट करती है स्टेट को, ताकि पार्ट 3 में दिए हुए इस फंडामेंटल राइट्स को किसी और लॉ द्वारा ना रिमूव किया जा सके। आर्टिकल 14 to 18 they cover right to equality. Now we'll discuss these articles 14 to 18. Article 14 means equality before law or equal protection of law, and state cannot deny any person these two things, like equality before law or the equal protection of law. It also means that law of the land is equal for all the persons living in India. Next is Article 15. According to this article, prohibition of discrimination on certain grounds. According to this article, it means state cannot discriminate the citizens based on certain factors like caste, race, sex, religion or place of birth. And this right is available only to Indian citizens and not aliens. But there is an exception to this rule. वो exception क्या है? State women के लिए, children के लिए, जो socially और backward classes हैं, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes के लिए special provisions बना सकती है। Then comes the Article 16. आर्टिकल 16 इक्वालिटी ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी से डील करता है इन द मैटर्स ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट और अपॉइंटमेंट टू एनी ऑफिस अंडर द स्टेट विदाउट एनी डिस्क्रिमिनेशन, अगेन बेस्ड ऑन रिलीजन, कास्ट, रेस, सेक्स और प्लेस ऑफ बर्थ। देन आर्टिकल 17, इट मीन्स एबोलिशन ऑफ अनटचेबिलिटी. According to this article, untouchability in or its practice in any form is prohibited in India, and it is a cognizable offence to practice it with, and there is a law. If a person practices this type of practice, untouchability, then he can be imprisoned up to 1 to 2 years. So sometimes the question comes in MCQ type, like which article 17 deals with which right. It means abolition of untouchability, and vice versa, like abolition of untouchability is covered under which article, so article 17. Next is article 18. It means abolition of titles. Then the next right is right to freedom, which includes articles from article 19 to 22. Under article 19 there are 6 freedoms which have been granted in India. Initially there were 7 freedoms, but right to property was abolished by 44th Amendment, and this is not absolute. There can be reasonable restrictions can be placed by the state. The 6 freedoms which are given under article 19 include freedom of speech and expression, freedom of peaceful assembly, freedom to form association, freedom of movement throughout the India, freedom of residence in any part of the country, and freedom of profession means a person can do any profession in India. Next is article 20, which provides protection in the respect of conviction of offences. Article 21 is linked with protection of life and personal liberty. In article 20 there is another article, that is 21A, which was added by 86th constitutional amendment, which is a right to free and compulsory education. 86th amendment has also added a 11th fundamental duty in our constitution also. Then article 22, which provides protection against arrest and detention. Then article 23, which prohibits traffic in human beings and forced labor, is prohibited under this article. Article 24 provides right against exploitation in any form. Then comes the article 25 to 28, which these articles are linked with freedom of religion. Article 25 deals with freedom of conscience and to profess any religion, यानी भारत में कोई भी पर्सन किसी भी रिलीजन को अपना सकता है, उस पर कोई बंदिश नहीं है. देन आर्टिकल 26, फ्रीडम टू मैनेज रिलीजियस अफेयर्स. भारत में हर पर्सन को ये फंडामेंटल राइट दिया गया है कि वो किसी भी रिलीजियस अफेयर को मैनेज कर सकता है. देन आर्टिकल 27, freedom as to payment of taxes for promotion of any particular religion. Article 28, freedom regarding religious instruction or religious worship in certain educational institution. Then article 29, it gives the right to citizens to have a distinct language, script or culture and right to conserve the same. Article 30 deals with the right of minorities to establish and maintain educational institutions. Then comes Article 31A, which is concerned with agrarian reforms, and Article 31B, it states that none of the acts mentioned in Schedule 9 of the Constitution can be held void on the ground that they are inconsistent with Part 3 of the Constitution. So, it provides supremacy to Schedule 9 of the Constitution, and the provisions which are contained in Schedule 9 of the Constitution, they cannot be held void on this ground that they are inconsistent with Part 3 of the Constitution. Article 31C deals with to secure more importance to the Article 39B and C over fundamental rights, and this Article 31C was added by 25th Amendment 1971. This is also an important question which is MCQ type, like 25th constitutional amendment was given in which year, and what is the meaning of Article 31C. So we should remember these points. Another very important point is regarding the Article 32, which is right to constitutional remedies, and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar had called Article 32 as the soul of the Constitution. So a question can come like this: which article is known as soul of the Constitution? So Article 32. Then any person can move to Supreme Court under Article 32 for the violation of fundamental rights. Similarly, Article 226 provides the right to move to High Court in case of violation of fundamental rights and other rights. So we should remember the difference between Article 32 and 226 also. Under Article 32, 5 writs are there which can be applied in High Court or Supreme Court. Under Article 32, these writs are applied in Supreme Court for the violation to prevent the violation of fundamental rights, and under Article 26, person can approach High Court directly in case there is a violation of fundamental rights. These writs are writ of habeas corpus, writ of mandamus, writ of certiorari, writ of prohibition, and writ of quo warranto. And that is why Article 32 is also considered as the cornerstone of Indian Constitution. This is also a very important question. We'll discuss these writs in some another lecture. Thank you.